got in trouble for it. I was in Rikers Island before and all that.
I thought you was Italian before I knew you was Jewish.
Yeah,
'Cause I know
so-
Brooklyn got them Italians there.
Yeah, so I didn't want. So I was like, you.
Right.
Like, I'm not snitching. No insulation, no air conditioning.
That's why you wanted the air in here, to get shot back memories, huh?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
it was really bad. Touching me while I was sleeping, and I was just like, oh, this is disgusting. This is nasty.
Getting that 700 though?
No, he never gave me the job. He kept saying
come
next
on now.
week, next week, next. So that's
All
why
the
I'm-
next week, boo?
Yeah.
Oh,
The apartment over there.
so y'all fall over Terrell Owens.
Yeah, Davies, and we dealing with the game.
Right?
Lil Yachty unfollowed me. We used to be friends. In 2017, I bought Bitcoin at like $3,000.
Come on now.
I started in May. I think you came on in like July.
I know I was there early. I was there for
you were
the
there
understanding.
early.
Get my salad toss and all that. I
That
cocked the
was
legs
true.
up like this here with the goddamn transformer back. Have no fear, Mr. Organic is here. This is Organically speaking. Anybody out there want to do partnership, sponsorship, clothing brand marketing, water, energy drink placement, whatever you want to be a part of Organically Speaking or Mr. Organic as a brand, hit me up at ballernothingelse@yahoo.com. That's my email, or DM me directly at Mr. Organic on Instagram. That's MR Organic with a K instead of a C, one word straight across. And we're going to get that promo game through the roof. 3, yeah. Have no fear, have no fear, have no fear, have no fear, have no fear. Mr. Organic is here. And this is Organically Speaking. Now listen up, people. Let me get right to it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. And guess what? We about to do it. We're in the Organically Speaking studios. And we only have one of them ones type individuals in the building. And I got one day. I mean, one of the most controversial, one of the most outspoken podcast extraordinaires in the world. New York's own Elle of tacos and shawarma. How you doing?
Hi, that was really nice.
Thank you. Did I say shawarma right or is it shawarma?
Shawarma.
Shawarma.
Yeah.
I've been eating them shawarmas too. It's like I go to the jury district.
Ever since the show.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was at
shawarmas.
first. I be going to the jury districts like all them type people all got the diamonds and stuff too.
Yeah.
I run into them.
Mhm.
And they got the shawarmas there. I'm getting the lamb.
The lamb?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like the lamb. I try to keep it, agriculturally sound.
Right.
I try and go to chicken. You know what I'm saying? Oh, black man want chicken. I ain't trying to.
They
go
have
with-
beef one too.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the lamb because that's more cultural appropriated. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I've been knowing you for a while now, a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
And tell you the truth, even myself, I don't know your real story, where you came from, how you came up. You just popped out of nowhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I need the full story.
The full story.
Yeah, from the seed, as I say. So my thing is S.R.T.F. So we're going to start at the seed, get to the root, get to the tree, then we get to the fruit of your greatness.
Okay.
Let's start at the seed, Elle.
So poetic.
I'm 3 of them.
Right. I want to know.
Is that a vape right there?
Yeah.
So to see where you come from.
Okay.
Like,
So I'm from New York.
Okay.
I'm from Brooklyn. I was always like a bad kid. Like always. Like from 12 on, I was like a bad kid. Probably sold drugs a little bit
At 12?
at like 15, 16, 17, 18, whatever.
And what type of drugs?
All kinds of drugs.
Okay. Oh, I don't get too you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Confidentiality.
Yeah. And
Statute of limitations.
yeah, it was a long time ago.
Right.
And I got in trouble for it. I was in Rikers Island before and all that.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. So then I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I want a different life. And then I moved to LA
When did you move to LA?
when I was 26.
Okay.
Because I was like, on drugs too.
Okay.
So I was just like, I want to start over and like go somewhere else. So I just like picked up and went to LA.
Right. So you just skipped from goddamn 12 all to 20. That's 12 years.
What do you want to
14.
know? I was just being bad that whole time.
Okay, just being a mercenary.
Yeah.
Man.
And what do you want to know? Like, what specifically
But
do you
listen,
want to know?
it's just your story. So when I tell them, I'm talking about when I was in high school, you know your life now.
Okay, in high school, I didn't really, like, I was in high school. I didn't really go to high school.
Right.
Like, my first year of high school, my mom put me in a private school. It was all girls. It was a Jewish school. And they were like, the only thing I could remember is I was on the bus going home, and they asked me, like, what kind of bag do you have? And I had this Steve Madden bag that I, like, loved. And I was like, I have this Steve Madden bag. They're like, Steve Madden? Like, we only wear Prada over here. And I was like, I don't want to go to this school anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I was around, like, really rich kids. And even though we were, like, okay, we weren't, like, that rich. There's, like, levels to richness.
Most definitely.
Yeah, so I wasn't wearing Prada in high school.
Yeah.
My parents didn't give me any money. but I always liked money. So I always wanted to make money from a young age. So I'd go to high school. After that, my 9th grade year, I went to public school. After that, I convinced my parents to send me to public school. And then they had like one period that is attendance, which was my second period, which started at 7:30. It was a yoga class. So I'd go to yoga class every day, and then I'd just cut school.
Mm.
And I'd go like smoke weed and like be around people cutting school
At 9th grade,
at 10th grade.
10th grade.
Yeah,
Dang.
I didn't go to school.
So you didn't graduate high school?
No, I took my GED.
Okay.
Yeah, and then after that, I went to beauty school. I wanted to do hair because my mom has a salon.
Okay.
Yeah, she still has a salon till this day. She always had a salon. So I grew up in a salon. So I was like, I'm gonna do hair, and then when I graduated beauty school, like I got arrested. So
For what?
I was dating this guy, and he was like a drug dealer,
Mm.
but I really liked him. So like I was really caught up with him, and he was selling to an undercover cop, and I was just in the car,
Right.
and I guess I passed it to him.
Oh, you guess?
Yeah, I don't know. It was a pickup truck.
Yeah, right.
No, seriously.
So you don't remember?
The guy had a pickup truck. I was sitting in the middle of the pickup truck, and I passed him the stuff.
Oh, so you did?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did. So they arrested me because they wanted me to like snitch on him.
Of course.
But I was raised not to snitch because I come from I was raised around Italians,
Right.
and that was a big thing. Like if you were a snitch, like rat this and rat that.
Yeah, I always thought you was Italian before I knew you was Jewish.
Yeah,
'Cause I know
so-
Brooklyn got them Italians there.
Yeah, so I was like, you.
Right.
Like I'm not snitching. And
Yeah.
my lawyer was like, no, you need to snitch. You need to get out of this. You're 18. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. And they're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, no, I love him. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so I was just dealing with that. So I couldn't really work too much. And then I don't know, what was I doing between like 20 and 26? I was just hustling.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Because once that happened, you just hit the ground running out. You got
So
nothing
like
but
I
to
was
hustle.
making money doing hair. I was making like $1,000 a day. So I was doing
Damn.
hair color for the Jewish women who have wigs.
Oh, okay.
So you know how people have to cover their hair in our culture, like
Right.
you have to, when you're married, you have to wear a wig to cover.
did
your
not
hair.
know that.
So yeah, so in like Muslim religion, Jewish religion, like you have to be modest. So
Right.
you can't show your real hair when you're married. Only your husband can see your hair. So the Jewish women, they just buy like these expensive ass wigs that look better than their hair,
Right.
and they cover their hair with those wigs.
So they found a loophole.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I used to do hair color for those wigs, and each one I was charging like $300 a pop. And I blew up I was working at one place, and I was doing a really good job, because whatever. And I was just killing. I was making like $1,000 a day because my mom had a salon. She works in a Jewish neighborhood, so I
Right.
was just taking her clients, and she didn't charge me anything. She just like make your money. But I started selling dogs. I opened up a doggy daycare.
Okay.
Yeah, like I started making. I sold bulldogs
Back then.
back then.
Man.
Yeah, English bulldogs, not Frenchies.
Oh, them the good ones.
Yeah.
The fat head ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had some too. So so I was making good money doing that, selling the dogs. So I was like, I don't want to do hair. I don't know. I just didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
So I kind of gave up on it, and I was just, making money, just doing whatever, like just nothing. I wasn't a prostitute ever or anything, but just hustling, whatever.
Back in those days.
Back in those days. So then I was like, I'm just gonna go to LA and start over. So I just booked a flight and left.
So you just said, forget everything, forget
Yeah.
the dogs, forget the hair.
Yeah.
I'm about to go to LA. Was it going to LA to go for Hollywood and be amongst
I don't
the
know.
stars?
No,
Or
no, I don't know. I'm very impulsive. Like when I do something, I don't really think about it too much. I just do, and I figure it out when I get there.
right.
So I was just like, I don't like this life. Like I just felt like I could do more. You know what I mean?
I definitely know what you mean.
I just wanted to get away from like the bad that I was doing.
Yeah.
The
And going all
drugs.
the way across, the drugs.
The drugs.
What kind of drugs were you doing at this time? The people want to know.
No, they don't. Doesn't matter.
All of the above.
Yeah, I've tried every drug except for
Okay.
like crack and meth.
Yeah, them the doozies.
Right. I don't.
Ain't no really bouncing back from that.
Right.
You smoking big cracks or you on methed up, shooting up the orange type heroin up.
Yeah.
Ain't no turning around. You just might as well just go to zombie land.
Right.
So boom, you get to LA. Now what happened? Once you get there, you don't have a plan.
So I had like $22,000 saved.
That's some good money.
Yeah, it was okay. And I got an apartment at 1010 Wilshire. You know that building?
Mm-hmm.
And I stayed there for a year, and I ran out of money.
Yeah, that's going because that's a expensive building.
Yeah. So I mean, I always thought like I was gonna figure it out. You know what I mean? Like I just, even though I knew it wasn't a lot, but I just figured like, oh, it won't run out, but it did.
Took the leap of faith, took that risk.
Yeah. So then I was like, what do I do now? You know? So I moved to like Palm Desert. You know where that is?
Outskirts, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like Valley, right?
Yeah, like Valley? Palmdale, like somewhere over there. And I was like, oh, I can't live here. Right. This is like the middle of nowhere. Like pizza won't come deliver it.
Right.
It was like I thought there was ghosts in the. I moved into like it was a farm, and the lady just left me the keys to her farm, and I thought it was a good idea because I like horses and chickens.
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
And I brought my friend with me. Thank God. Like he was an assistant to me at the time.
Okay.
I always had an assistant.
I'm about to say you always got an assistant.
Always had an assistant.
I don't know what this is. She always got an assistant around.
Because I can't be alone.
Oh, okay.
I need someone to boss around.
Okay, got you.
Yeah. So, but no, also like security. Like I don't want to be alone in the desert.
Yeah.
So I stayed. We got there, and it was just not working for us because I'm from the city, and it was just like very like deserty, So we left after 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. I couldn't do it. Then so we actually I got casted to do a reality show in the building for E. They said, you're a superstar. We're going to put you in this reality show. We're going to have a reality show for the people that live in this building because a lot of athletes lived in the building, a lot of different kinds of people. Mm-hmm. So they said, we're going to put you in this show and we're going to pay you $3,000 an episode. And I was like, bet. Like, I figured this show's going to take off, and this is my thing. You know what I mean? So when I moved out of 1010, I didn't know anything. They said, we'll let you know. I kept calling and calling and calling, and I thought this was it. And they just were like, yo, we'll let you know. We'll let you know if it gets picked up. I'm like, well, is it going to get picked up? Because I didn't know. I'm like, is it or is it not? Like, do I need to make a second plan, or this is the plan? Like, I need to know. Like,
facts.
Because I was like, this has to be, like, from God. You know what I mean? Like, I'm meant to do this. So, and that was like the most interesting one on there. So I was like, oh, for sure they're going to pick it up. So then they call me like a year later after, I don't even know where I was at the time. So they were like, it didn't get picked up. A different show got picked up. But I moved in with this Playboy model who was on the show. This white girl.
Okay.
She was like,
of course she
Canada.
Was. Oh, okay.
And she was crazy as shit. She was like nuts. And it was all bad.
And white girls always crazy people.
Crazy as because my assistant who moved me in with her.
Yeah.
He was like putting my stuff away, and she had weed, and he smoked some of her weed.
Oh, he's stealing though.
No. I told him he could smoke, and I was gonna replace it. So when she came, because she went out of town to meet some guy, and I told her, hey, he took some weed. I gave her $100. It was like $10 worth of weed that he took.
Right. You overcompensated.
Yeah. Just because I was like, I don't want any issues. And she's like, oh, you stole my weed. I'm like, no, I didn't steal your weed.
Kind of stole it.
It's weed. It's California. You can get more weed.
Okay.
It's not hard to get weed.
Yeah. Well, how'd she feel about it?
She was not happy. And she's like, you need to get the fuck out of here. I almost, it got really bad.
So she ain't trust you after you just stole from her.
Yeah, so then I didn't want to stay there anymore. Because I was like, I got to leave. So I went back to New York, and I was like, what am I going to do? I had my car in the shop, and I had like $1,000 to my name. Yeah.
Tough.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm just going to go back to LA. I'm going to get a hotel, and I'll figure it out.
Right.
Because I didn't have a kid then, so, whatever.
So you went back to New York for how long?
So I went for like a week.
A week, yep.
And I came back, and so it was me and my dog. And then I got a job as an assistant for this rich white kid. His name was Rabbit, and he was an alcoholic, crazy person from Hollywood.
Another crazy white man.
Another crazy white person.
Yeah.
So I was working for him. He put me in Echo Park in this warehouse with no air conditioner, no insulation, no air conditioner.
That's why you wanted the air in here, a little shot back memories, huh?
Yeah, it was really bad. So he put me in this room because I had nowhere to go. So I just was like, give me the room.
Yeah.
He put me in this room, no insulation. Like, you know what insulation is?
Oh, yes, I
no
do.
insulation. Like, it was hot. It was in the summer. It was hot. It was like 110 degrees in there. We were dying. And I would just drive him to hotels every day to like go to the pool. Like, you know how they have like rooftop pools?
Yeah.
And one day he was super high and drunk on like coke or something. And he was saying there was no God. But I was super spiritual back then. And I was like, there is a God. And he's like, no, there isn't. There's no God. There's no God. So he took my dog. He grabbed my dog by the neck. And he said, if there's a God, I'm going to kill your dog. And let's see if your God is going to save him.
Right.
And I was like, what? I was like, no, please, no, don't do it. He said, say there's no God. I was like, just, you know, like I was so like freaking out, you know? So he let go of my dog eventually.
Did you ever say there was no God?
No.
Okay, good.
He let go of the dog because I was like hysterical, you know, because I love my animals, you know.
For sure.
And I was like, I need to get out of here, you know. So I dropped him off wherever he asked me. Like I pretended like everything was all good, and then I just packed my shit, and then I went to Malibu.
Shout out to Malibu.
Yeah. So I lived there's this restaurant on the Pacific Freeway, Pacific Coast Highway.
Yep.
Yeah. So there was a restaurant there, but in the back of the restaurant it was like a house.
Okay.
So my boy, like, he was just like, come live with me. So I was like, okay, fuck it. I mean, you know, like, that's just how it goes.
Yeah, it's a grind.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, cool. So I went to live with him. It was a sick place. It was on the beach. It was nice as I was like, okay, it's lit, you know?
For sure.
But, of course.
What was he? What was his background?
White.
Another white man.
Yeah.
God damn.
Well, you know, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then, you know, of course, he tried to me.
Got to try to do that now.
So
Well, come on
okay,
now. Ain't no freeloading. I got to get something out
the deal. So when I said no, he said, okay, your dog can't stay here.
Sound fair to me.
I was like, well, then I can't stay here.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? Get rid of my dog? No.
Or you could,
Or
yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know what I did after that. I somehow got an apartment. I met a guy off Tinder, stayed with him. That was in Orange County.
And
that was a disaster. Black.
Oh.
It was a fucking disaster. I don't even want to get into.
You met a black? Oh, Tinder? You know he tripping. What he doing on there?
So he was like a nerdy black dude.
Nerd. Oh, that's a different one.
Black dude.
That's different then. Okay.
Who worked for a studio. He was like making TV shows. He brought me to the studio. Everything seemed legit.
Mm-hmm.
But
let's get in that. We can't leave it. Come on, it's a good story. Sound like to me. Let's get to the dirty black on Tinder.
Okay. Yeah. So he said he had an extra bedroom. I told him my situation.
You gotta quit falling for the extra bedroom move. That come with
the extra bedroom. Nobody sleeps there. It's for you.
Okay.
Once we get there, he said my mom is in there. I said, what?
Oh, my Dukes is in there?
Yes. I said, what? He said, oh, you could just sleep next to me. I won't touch you.
Oh, so my Dukes in the back, so you can't have that. But hey, baby, I got a king size for us.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds about right.
So, and I had my dog with me.
And you done brought all your stuff. You figured
all my stuff. He said he was going to give me a job too as his assistant.
Ooh, he played it on
$700 a week. So at that time, that sounded good to me.
That's good money. Yes. $700 a week and the free room.
Yes. No, well, I was going to leave after the $700 a week, get at my own place.
Okay.
You know
what I mean? Stack it up.
Yeah.
He was smarter than you. He knew you wasn't going to do that.
So he just, you know, obviously he was like touching me while I was sleeping, and I was just like, oh, this is disgusting. This is nasty.
I try to laugh.
What? This is true. This happened. But then his brother came over and he was hot. And I don't know what the I was thinking. I was trying to get with his brother. It was really bad. I was trying to get the brother.
You got Bob Dukes in the back.
Yeah, the mom Dukes hated white people. So
of course.
She was from the South. Yeah. She hated me. She said, what the are you doing in my house? Like, who is this white girl that you brought in here? I'm like, I'm not white. But she hated my guts. She's talking to me about the water fountains that were segregated.
Yeah, they
and all
was.
This shit. She was not feeling me.
They weren't segregated, so that's a little,
Listen, I'm not from America. I'm not born here. Like, leave me alone with this white, black beef. I'm not.
She didn't know.
I'm from Israel.
She just saw the skin and put two and two together.
Do I even have white skin?
Is
it just black and white? There's Mexicans, there's Chinese, there's other cultures here.
That's true. But everybody don't think that deep, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
especially old people.
Yeah, so she was not feeling me. She thought I was the devil. And maybe I was at that time. Yeah. So I stayed there for a little while. I was like calling.
How long was you there?
Too long.
Come on now, give me a time frame.
Too long, like 3 weeks.
That's a long time.
Too long.
In the bed with you?
No, I was sleeping on the couch.
So you left the bed?
Left the bed, tried to the brother sleeping on the couch. I
So
was
he didn't want to get on the
disrespectful.
couch and get it on tight. The brother wasn't with that.
No. It was weird. I don't know what I was doing. I was doing too much.
So how was he? He like touching you, like trying to rub on the booty tight. What was
Nah,
it?
it was like too much.
Okay.
It was too much.
Come on, man.
But I didn't stay in the bed. I left.
Got up out of there.
And I was getting, at that point, we were already comfortable. I was already being myself.
Okay, now,
So I was being me.
The jig is up. Was you getting that 700 though?
No, he never gave me the jump. He kept saying
next
week. So that's
why.
the
next week move?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. He was going nuts. He was going
so
nuts.
I found the situation where a girl from New York was looking for a roommate and she needed the apartment already together by the time she got here. So her dad sent me $4,000 to put a down payment on an apartment, and I had my $1,000, whatever. So I put my money, her money. I got us a place, and and then she came from New York, and I thought this was it. I furnished it and everything. You know, I got that furniture that you pay from Snap, whatever. Like, I didn't have any money.
Oh, so it'd be like weekly pay come out?
Yeah, some shit like that. And then, so she comes, and I'm thinking, okay, she has a job. I'm going to pay
What
this.
is she again? A brace?
She's Italian.
Okay. Basically white a little bit.
Yeah, white.
Okay.
So, then I just noticed she's just sleeping a lot. I'm like, did you say you got some kind of job? How we, like she wasn't going to work. So I was like concerned, you know what I mean? Like, how are we paying this rent? So she's like, this job just disappeared. She's like, I don't know. I was like, okay, well, we're going to have to pimp you out or something.
We got to do something. That
got
to be up for sale or something.
What the You crazy?
At least jacking off for the money. We need some money.
I tried that, but then we got into a fight over Terrell Owens. It's such a random.
Shout out to T.O. T.O. out here now.
He is?
Yeah,
oh my God. I have the weirdest story with him too. I feel bad what I do.
Yeah, he a hunter. He be out here with regular pedestrians too.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of girls interact with that nigga.
I don't even want to tell the story.
We got to get the T.O. story. We ain't trying to roast her, but.
So she met him on Tinder.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. He out here. I heard these stories about him. So
she met him on Tinder, and somehow I met him. I don't know how. I might have met him somewhere.
You met him too. Okay.
And then, me and him started hanging out, and then she got mad. So then we started fighting in the apartment over it.
So y'all fall over Terrell Owens?
Yeah.
Who won the fight?
Me, of course.
She beat your ass?
No. No,
because T.O. got these fighting over the guard. Yeah, T.O.
I had a Mastiff. I had my dog. You know
so he was on your side. You put the damn dog
on
her? God damn.
Yeah,
you put the hounds on her?
Yeah, it was crazy.
T.O. in the building. Called the drama in the crib.
Yeah, so I don't know what. So then, whatever. Then I kicked her out. And then my ex-boyfriend came from New York and he said, listen, you need to just get your own apartment. You can't live with people.
You tried, yeah.
I tried.
Yeah.
So he got me an apartment and then he felt bad for me, started paying my rent.
That's dope. Yeah. I mean, that happens sometimes. When you're on your grind, you got to do what you got to do. You got it. But shout out to my dog Slim. He showed me that the best way to do something is doing it the right way from the rip.
Yeah.
Because you trying to take these shortcuts and do this up everything, then at the end you're gonna have to do it the right way anyway. When you should have just sacrificed to get my own place and struggle in my own.
Well, I had my own place at 1010 Wilshire.
I'm just saying though, you should have kept doing that because you jumping. You don't know these
people. I
didn't
have any money.
I understand, but you got to figure it out because
I did figure it out.
Look at okay, not having money. Look what happened. If you'd have figured out to save your bread up and then get your own crib again instead of going in the house that could have goddamn took all the way advantage of you. Yeah. We ain't gonna say the R word, but he could did all that. For sure. And chopped you up type.
For sure. I've almost been chopped up many times.
So that's what I'm saying. Like
many times I've been in situations where I could have got chopped up.
That's what I said. If you just did it the right way, it'd probably work out.
What is the right way? Like getting a job or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, being an American, you know what I'm saying? Pedestrian.
Yeah.
Get a job.
I did get a job at some point.
Okay.
So yeah, after all this I said, listen, I'm supposed to be something, but I don't know how that's going to happen since I don't have a college or nothing, no high school. Like, I don't even have my hair license because it's a different state.
Right.
I met this guy at the dog park. I used to walk my dog every morning, 5 a.m, because, I lived in downtown. So I had to walk the dog. So I met this guy at the dog park. He was a black guy, almost smoking an old man, smoking a joint. And he always said, why do you look so depressed all the time? And I was depressed because I felt so beaten down, from I thought I was going to come out here and take over. And I just got my ass whooped. Like, it's 3 years in. I still don't got your, he said, what's wrong with you? I said, and I just told him the story. And then a week later, he said, well, I know this ain't much, but, you could do the in-home care for me, and you could make money doing that. He said, I won't even ask you to do much. I was like, okay, whatever. So I filled out some forms, and then I didn't hear from him for like 6 months, and then I see him at 7-Eleven with like a hospital gown. I'm like, what the hell happened to you? He said, I have cancer.
Oh, he had the full blue gown on with the whole bottom out type?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I was like, what the fuck? So
Was he walker or regular foot
he
walk?
was he was tall, but he had the cane.
Cane. Oh, I knew it was something like that. Okay.
Yeah, and his name was Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown.
Yeah. So he actually, I come to find out he was in the NFL.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was from Atlanta, and he was living in like those buildings where Section 8 buildings where the government. He had money, but he ran away from his wife, and he just was living like a regular life. And he like, oh yeah, I have some houses, and he was whatever. So we got close somehow, you know what I mean? Like, because I was taking care of him.
Right.
Nothing sexual, you know what I mean? Like, I was just like making sure he ate. Like,
you ain't got down, just give him a little kiss on his neck every now and then?
Never try to touch me. He like found love with my dog, and you know, we got close, and he was dying, and he told me he wanted to leave me everything. He said,
what's that girl name?
Yeah. What's her name? Anna Nicole Smith.
Yeah, mom, well, goddamn Anna don't switch the situation.
Yeah, but he wasn't that rich.
Okay. Yeah.
So when we were in the hospital, like, I didn't know when he was dying, and I asked him, like, how are we gonna do like the paperwork?
Yeah, like, how long to your death, brother? I'm waiting.
Yeah, I know, but I shouldn't have did that.
Yeah, we know that.
That was fucked up.
We know that.
I didn't mean it like that. I cared about the guy.
But kind of, sort of.
But I just wanted to make sure we were ready.
Right. Got to.
Prepared. You know what I mean? I didn't mean it like I want you to
writing.
die. I just wanted it to be like taken care of.
Well, to be structured so you make sure you get what you're getting.
He told me.
I feel you.
You know, so he got upset because he felt like I was used. I wasn't, though. I really fucked him. I took him to Malibu so he could put his feet in the sand and everything. I rented him a Ford Mustang, and I put Marvin Gaye on the radio, and I drove him down the Pacific Coast. I have pictures and everything.
I bet you did. How many houses he said he owned?
I don't know.
He didn't tell you?
No. So then he got mad at me, and then he stopped talking to me. And I was like, bro, stop it. Like, I care about you, you know? Like, it's not just that, but maybe it came off wrong.
Hey.
Then, so I'm trying to call him. He said, they're like, he does not want to talk to you. Like, what the I spent like a year with this dude.
So
every
was you
day
getting
we got close.
The help money? Like, I know the government.
Yeah. I was getting the money. I was good.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
And I was going to school too for fashion and like marketing and stuff like that. And I got a loan I was doing okay at that point. Okay. Not, you know, not good, but better than poor.
Yeah, for sure.
So then I walked the dog, and everyone's like, sorry for your loss. I'm like, what? What do you mean? They said Charlie jumped off the window and he killed himself.
You made Charlie kill his damn self because you begging him for his gun.
Don't say that. I did not make him kill himself. So I was devastated because he killed himself.
How long after you talked to him and asked him for the...
Like 2 months or like a month. I don't know. So whatever. So he killed himself, and I was like devastated. And he left me like all the money in his bank account. Okay. Yeah.
What about them cribs and shit we talking about? That was make-believe type?
No, his wife got everything. But he did want to leave it. He wanted to leave it to me.
I would have dug his ass up, grabbed his hand, and goddamn wrote this shit.
I got like $5,000. That's all I got.
No, forgive you.
But
I would have dug his ass up, grabbed that hand. Give me them homes you was talking about.
Yeah. So then I was like, what am I going to do now? I found another dude to do the in-home care, but he was crazy as fuck. He was crazy as shit. So I said, I'm just going to get a job.
Because once you start, this in-care thing is like a little bag, and it's not too bad. You done did it once. It's like you learned a profession type, career type. Yeah. But you had another guy.
Because I was more like his companion. I didn't really have to wash him. This other dude was off. He was psycho, like a crazy. I thought he was going to kill me a couple of times.
What happened?
I don't know. He's just weird. He's weird.
White?
Yeah, black.
Okay, old crazy black nigga.
Old crazy black dude. So I was like, I'm just gonna get a job. I went and I worked at a weed shop down the street from me. They opened up. They were looking for girls to work there. Yeah. So I got a job there. Got fired from the first one because the girl didn't like me that owned the place. She said there's only one queen bee over here, and it's me.
Okay, got you up out of there.
Fired me. Yeah. So I went to their competition and said, hey, I just worked down the street. I know everything they do over there, and I could probably help you out. Right. So they hired me on the spot.
Makes sense.
And then I got promoted real quick. I was really a good worker, you know. I always worked my whole life. Right. I've been working since I'm like 13. You know what I mean? So I was a really good worker. Like, I became the manager. I hired all the girls. And that's how I got into the cannabis industry. And then I hooked up with some friends from New York. They own like the company called Packwoods. It's
Yep, I
like
heard that.
a blunt company, and I was doing all the marketing. That's how I know all these celebrities, because I used to give people free weed.
Oh, okay. Now it ties it
So
all
we
together.
used to do like collabs, like we did with Dave East, and we did one with the game.
Right.
Lil Yachty unfollowed me. We used to be friends, and
What
you
happened with him?
unfollowed me because I made some I made a post on my other page, on my personal page. You used to
Yeah.
follow my personal page. And I got mad when I saw like this liberal wolf saying, you know, those like that trans person that said he's a wolf.
Yeah.
And I think you might have seen that post. I
Yeah,
went
that
off.
dressed like a wolf or something.
Yeah,
like
I
that?
went off and said like, oh, if you're a real wolf, why don't we put raccoon blood on you and throw you over the fence with a bunch of real wolves and see if you'll survive, and you could talk to them there.
Yeah, that sound about right. Now it sound like something you
Yeah.
say.
So then I probably said something about gay people, and I don't know what I said. I was just in a bad mood that day. You know,
Yeah.
I was just letting it off. So
And he saw that, he didn't like that.
he unfollowed me.
And you was cool with him before that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you
yeah,
said you
but
did
we
partner.
worked with a lot of people like DC Young Fly. We worked with a lot of people.
The game too.
The game too.
Yeah.
That's how I know the game.
Right.
And I knew it it was like 10 years ago.
Right.
Anyway, so yeah, so that's how I got involved with like all the Hollywood people. Yeah.
Okay.
And then, you know, I met my son's father.
During that same time with the cannabis situation.
No. Like, yeah, I was already in it for a couple years.
Okay. How did you meet your son's father? Yeah, take a sip of the coconut.
I don't know. I met him out here.
In Miami?
In LA, not out here in LA. I met him in LA. He was here for some, I don't know what he was doing here. And he lived in Philly.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know. So yeah, so I met him, and then we started dating, and then he moved to LA, and then, you know, I got wrapped up in that, and then I was doing Airbnbs for a little while. I had a couple of Airbnbs.
Okay.
And then I had a baby, and then COVID happened.
Around that same time.
Yeah.
So you
at the
started
same
doing
time.
Airbnbs, got in a relationship.
Well,
COVID happened.
Airbnbs was before the relationship and after.
Right. So that's when you started making some good money.
Yeah. Then I started making some good money. I was doing the Airbnbs and the weed stuff, and
Yeah.
you know, I was doing really well.
You started finding your footing at this time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So all that grinding now is starting to pay off.
It was
because it
paying
takes
off.
years.
Takes years.
Right,
But I
right.
was at that point. I was in the hills. I had a Mercedes.
Yeah.
You know, I had everything.
You finally,
I finally made it.
Facts.
At like in 2017, I bought Bitcoin at like $3,000.
Come on now.
Yeah, so once I started working in the weed stuff, I started doing good.
Right.
So everything was working
You
out.
start getting comfortable, start running to better situations.
Yeah.
And this is what you dreamt of.
Yeah.
Got the money.
Yeah.
Got the stability.
Yeah.
And now you got a relationship.
Yeah.
COVID hits. And
I
when
had
you
a
had your baby? During COVID.
Yeah, during COVID.
Yeah, a lot of COVID babies out here. Bam.
Yeah.
And then what happens after that? Because how long was you guys together after the baby was born?
Not that long.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't really want to talk about him, but
I get
yeah.
it.
Yeah. So, you know, then I was just a mom,
Right.
and I was just paying mad money for nannies
Yeah.
because I was just like, I need help. You know what I mean?
So when did you get out the cannabis stuff?
Like during COVID.
Yeah.
It's like, and then everything got legal, so you know you couldn't really do
Messed
this.
up a lot.
Yeah.
Could do the side missions.
Yeah. So then I was like, okay, what do I want to do now? You know?
Yeah.
At like 35, I was like, okay, because I had to close down my Airbnb, one of them, because of the neighbors. And Airbnb has like a lot of restrictions now.
Right.
You can't do a lot of things. You need permits in LA to have an Airbnb. So once they took away my permit, I was like, what am I gonna do? And I was like, oh, you know what? I saw a lot of people making money podcasting.
Yeah.
And I felt like they were corny.
Okay.
So I was like, I could do this better. So I was like, I'm just gonna do it. But I didn't know anything about podcasting.
Yeah.
But my first episode went viral. Like the clips went viral
That's
right
when
away.
you had the little fur hat on, all that?
No. My fourth post ever, the one that I was like, I was wearing like a suit, like a blazer.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, girls that have fathers just come out better, blah, blah, blah. It was like my fourth post ever. It got like 1.7 million views.
Crazy.
And I was like, oh, that's crazy. And then the one with the unconditional love, that was like a week after that. And then that was like all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And then I brought you on this. You came on the show like early.
Oh, I know.
I started in May. I think you came on in like July. Or
I know. I know. I was there early. I was there for
you were
the
there
understanding.
early.
You know what I'm saying?
So I didn't know anything. You know, I didn't know much. So I
You
just
picked the
was-
right guy. You know what I'm saying? You smart. Because for one, like I said, we already had interactions. You always like paid attention to my stuff before anyway.
Right.
So when you hit me, we already knew each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
he didn't want to do it.
Yeah, you
He didn't want to do it.
Hell no, I didn't.
I asked him, I was like, you want to come on the podcast? He gave me his number and he's like, I want $3,000. I was
Got to get the 3.
I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I don't have $3,000 for you, but I would love for you to come. And then I hit him again. I was like, can you just come?
Right.
Like, I'm viral. Just come.
Facts.
And so he was like, okay.
Yeah. She's persistent. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, this is when I first came out from Switzerland, and I said I'm gonna do podcasts. I was focused on I just want to do podcasts anyway. So it was a perfect time. I just got back, and I want to do podcasts, but at the same time, I'm still like, I'm organic. I done 500-600 million views and stuff. I'm not everybody paid me to do shit at the time.
Right.
So I'm like, I ain't doing nothing for free, especially I'm trying to get my footing back. I done spent so much bread, all this stuff, it collapsed on me. I need every dollar I could get.
Right.
So I'm like, I ain't doing nothing for free. But like I said, you kept it so G that you didn't even take it personal. You like, okay, I understand. I ain't got no budget for that right now, but it's all right. Boom. And then you circle back, and I respected it so much. I'm like, damn, she a G for that. Then I looked. I'm like, them cameras looking good.
Yeah.
I'm like, that setup look good. I could talk. I could look smooth on it. I give me some content out of that. I do it. You know what I'm saying? Forget it.
Yeah.
And then I went on there, and the rest is history. How did that even come about? Because like, how did you feel after that first interview with me? Like, when we did it, did you be like, okay, this is viral? Or you just like...
No, I didn't know.
Right.
Yeah,
I know me either. I was like, okay, we just did... It wasn't like, oh, this is the most groundbreaking thing ever did.
Sebastian was there.
Right.
And me and him were going through it, you know what I mean? So I wasn't really thinking much, you know, because I didn't know the direction of this thing.
Right.
It was like, I don't know how many episodes that was even...
It was so early, though. It was super... Because I saw a couple of your clips went viral, but I'm like, it's only like probably like 3 or 4 episodes, if that.
Because did we have Chet before you or after you?
I don't know. It might be before or after. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't really
feel
recall.
like Sebastian only did like 7 episodes with me.
Yeah.
Total. And that might have been his last. I don't know.
I know it definitely was under 10 episodes for sure, no matter what. So it was very, very new.
It was very new.
It was just, like I said, the
I think
setup
I
was
had
good.
like 5,000 subscribers at that time.
Yeah. And like how many followers on Instagram?
Not a lot.
Not a lot at all. Like especially on the Tacos and Shawarma one.
Like 2,000.
Right. Crazy.
Like 3,000.
It was straight to inception. Yeah. But that's why it was so remarkable. Like I said, I'm organic this time. I'm 300-something thousand on Instagram, 300-something thousand on YouTube. Like, what? I'm not going on here. Right. You cool and all, but hey. But like I said, I went there, and I'm talking the same stuff I always talk. So it's not like I gave a better interview than ever. This is me always. Right. But I just, like I said, it's our back and forth, how you asked the questions and just sat there, and how you were so like inquisitive of like sitting with a person that talk like this. Because I'm unfiltered, you're unfiltered. Yeah. So coming from a man's side, you just sitting there like, hey, you motherfuckers really going to just say all this? But it was so real, you understood.
Right.
Most women can't understand a guy that talk like me. Right. But you understood it. And that's why the back and forth was just so dynamic. Mm. But I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know either. Till you start posting those clips, the clips are so good. Like, the first editor dude had the goddamn graphics and all that.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, damn, give me that. You know what I mean?
I had an editor. He really helped me.
Right.
Even though he's a lunatic.
Right.
He's a lunatic. He's a MAGA. He's a Hitler. He's like a Nazi, a white supremacist Nazi.
Yes,
that I somehow found. Nothing against you, bro, but you are.
Right.
You know, I found him on Instagram. It said editor. I'm like, because I've been looking for editors, but I was on a budget always.
Of course.
You know, so I'm like, okay, what's your price? So he was charging me $100 for one clip.
Crazy.
One clip.
And now the clip is reels.
Reels.
So understand. See, a clip is different. Clip is like long form up to like 8 minutes to something. That's a clip. A reel is just this.
1 minute.
So is that 1 minute reel? It's
worth it though. If you're getting 1 million views on your, it's worth it. Yeah, he was getting me like.
And they were good.
He was doing good clips.
Right.
And they were hitting. So they was hitting. So yeah. So
what was the first one we did that went viral? The first clip. It was on the first episode. It was like that
the Drake one, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was a few on that first one.
It was a few.
That was just going stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the Drake one. And then was one like a 15-second one. I was like, man, if you with me, you with me. Remember that one? Because you like, I don't trust nobody. They gonna use you. I'm like, nah, if you with somebody, you with them.
Right.
You got to get that trust and get it back. Whatever it was like 15 seconds. That joint did 2 million.
Yeah.
I said, oh, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And then like.
And then you just kept coming back after that.
Yeah, because then after that, we came back. And that's when the BBW one.
No, then we did Jackie.
I'm tripping, the Jackie one.
You keep forgetting Jackie.
Keep forgetting, shout out to Jackie.
Yeah,
you know
I
what I'm
love
saying?
Jackie.
Yeah, Jackie's super cool.
Mm-hmm.
Then we did the Jackie one, and that was the Boston Crab one.
That was the Boston
Get
Crab
my salad tossed and all that. I cocked the
was
legs
crazy.
up like this here with the goddamn
Yeah.
transformer back.
And I remember I was on Rodeo Drive, like about to get Botox or something. And I was with the nanny. I was like, oh my God, we're on these blogs now.
Yeah.
I think that was like the first time it was like crazy.
Yeah, that was
like,
the one that went.
Because sometimes it goes viral on our page, but it
Yeah.
doesn't go viral everywhere else. But that one went viral. Everyone was posting it.
Yeah. So like it's a viral in your own ecosystem, then it go viral universally. So
Right.
them the ones that's bigger than you know, because you could go viral on your own page, that's cool. But when it's places you don't even know, you don't see, and it's on big blogs, now you did it.
Yeah.
Them the ones where people putting it on their own stuff, putting their own twist on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was the one that did it. And I was like, oh, this is getting crazy.
And then the BBW one.
And then the BBW one. And a lot of the conversations we would have like beforehand, and I'd be like, just save it for the podcast. Because you ain't understand. You like, for real, I'm like, let me explain this on the podcast. People going to be on my side.
Yeah.
And every time, I'm telling you this how it is. We're going to see the comments. I'm telling you, like, no way. I'm like, okay, watch this.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was, I don't know, how many did we do in LA? How many episodes?
5.
We did 5?
Yeah, because then we did another one after that before you left me.
Yeah, I left you.
Yeah.
Because we did, with the Scotty ATL dude.
Oh, yeah, we did 6 then. I forgot about that. Him too.
Yeah, the Scotty LTL dude. And I had, because I came back and did another episode, though. But before I left.
Yeah, so it was like 6 or 7 total. I don't know, something like that.
It was just going crazy, though.
They all, every time.
Every time. It was so easy and simple. And it always be.
Right.
But I didn't know, like I said, I didn't know what it was. I was just having fun. And I always talk like this. So I'm like, I just do this all the time. But it's something about our dynamic people was rocking with. And then, like I said, it led to me getting a podcast deal here with Riley.
That's true.
With the blog on site. Because on site is a big blog.
So
they posted like 2 or 3 of the viral clips.
Yeah.
And then she hit me up, like, I want you to be on we starting a podcast. I want you on it, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, cool. Let me see. Let's have a little interview. And we did it via Zoom with everybody else. And once again, I was coming out to Miami anyway, go back to Fresh and Fit. And also, Fresh had an event here.
Yeah.
And I was coming to do that. And we're going to shoot our first episode here just to test it out.
Yeah.
But once I get here, she was like, man, we really want to shoot here. I'm like, I'm actually moving here. I was thinking about moving here already, looking at condos and everything. So all this fell into place. Yeah. So I had to tell her when I got back that I moved to Miami. And then she was hot.
Yeah, I was pissed off. Because I felt like we had a good thing going.
Right.
And so, like, I just felt like if you would have stayed, we could have kept it going. Because I honestly, like, not that I dislike anyone I shot with. I know that I say I hate everyone. And I'm sure if they saw that, they would be like, what? So I don't hate anyone I shot with. I'm just saying it's hard for me to find people to shoot with that I want to talk to. Unless I know you. If I know you, obviously, I don't hate you. You know what I mean? But, it's just hard for me to just, like, pick randoms to talk to, because I just feel like the conversations don't really go that well.
Yeah, those back and forths and that chemistry is very rare. You know what I'm saying? Only other person I had it like that with is my dog Slim.
Yeah.
And then it's different because we talk about different things.
Right.
And we don't have the same opinion on stuff. But we got that mutual respect. So even if you stand on your side, I stand on my side, we still get understanding.
Right.
And we move on. And we
it's
feed
a female.
And it's a female perspective. So at the same time, we feeding 2 different demographics that get to see both sides of the fence instead of just one side, or just, back and forth evil at each other like a lot of podcasts do with men and women.
Right.
So it's a different dynamic.
Different dynamic.
But yeah, when I just had to go. Like I said, it was already planned. Like I didn't talk to my dog Slim numerous times. Like, dog, I'm finna move to Miami. We talked it out. I already had it strategized. So when I was doing that thing here, I was looking for cribs and stuff. Anyway, when she said we're gonna shoot in Edgewater in Miami, I'm like, I'm all right with that. Okay, I was moving here anyway.
Right.
So that was already in my plans. I didn't relay that to you because I didn't know that you was thinking like, oh, we could just keep doing this. Even though I thought it was very dope and we had it on Smash at the time.
Right.
But everything happens for a reason. You know what I mean? Like it would have been simple that we go there 2-3 times a week and would have slaughtered stuff. Yeah. Probably been sitting on about 72 million right now a piece. You know what I'm saying? A piece, by the way, not just one. Right. You know what I mean? But everything happens for a reason. That 72 gonna be over 100 piece. That's how it's gonna work. You know what I mean?
God willing.
Because we gonna work.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Right.
Taking them leaps of faith, taking on risk, and you gotta believe what you gotta keep instilling to you. But me having this conversation understands your mindset. Why you be like trying to rush, because you done went through all this a lot of times. You ain't got time to play no more.
Yeah. I don't
From,
have
you know
time
what
to
I'm saying?
play. Yeah.
Trying this, hey, I ain't got time to play this.
Uh-uh.
Right? I quit the game.
Yeah.
That's how I feel too with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you know what my story is like for real? I'm older than you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I done been through what? And I still believe.
Yeah.
So I got to try to instill that in you and not just trying to rush the process.
Yeah, no, it's not that. It's just that, I have a kid and I'm just like, I'm ready for 2 nannies. You know what I'm saying?
2 of them.
2 of them. I'm waiting for you.
You be finding them assistants and all that.
Yeah, nah, I know, but it's like now. So I'm in New York.
Yeah,
and
how
then-
that going? So then you moved it. So when I leave to Miami, you decide to move to New York, back home.
No, I was in LA, but then my lease was up,
Right.
and I'm used. So I was like doing well for a long time.
For sure.
So like I was just used to that, and that's what I was doing still.
Right.
So that adds up. So I was like, okay, I can't even afford to keep doing this, and I'm like, I'm not gonna move to like an apartment in North Hollywood because that's just not me.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So my parents were like, listen, we have a place for you, like an apartment for you in our house. The house is like a multi-family house. So just give you one of these and just, chill out for a little bit, come to New York. You can interview different people here. And then you could just leave, once you feel more comfortable. That way you're not in a rush. I'm like, all right, cool. But it's not really working out. So I'm just like, now I might come down here. I mean, I'm going to Thailand. I told you in June.
Right.
I'm still doing that.
I remember the Thailand understanding.
Yeah, so I'm going to Thailand in June, no matter what. If I stay there, I don't know. Like, I don't know what it's like. I've never been there. I've been
You're going
to
to test the
Bali.
waters out there.
I'm going to test the waters. But if I come back, maybe I'll just come stay here.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, yeah, I get it. It's no joke when you betting on yourself, because sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Most of the time, though,
Yeah.
when you do bet on yourself, you do win.
Right.
So you talking to the right person. I was in the same predicament as you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I lost a lot of money betting on myself, but I won on myself so many times. I wasn't afraid of the loss.
Right.
So when it did happen for the first time at the life I've been living, I was built for it. It was hard, but I wasn't scared. I wasn't like discouraged. I just kept going. I go to Switzerland. I come to it's whatever. I got to die with the ship.
Right.
But as I kept taking those leaps of faith, it won again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's no joke. It ain't for the faint of heart.
No, I can't do a job.
Right.
I can't do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just can't do it.
You gotta be independent.
Yeah.
But that's what we're doing though. Like end of the day, like being in the podcast space, being in the entertainment space, it's you can't go wrong when you got this type of personality. But you have to be consistent and you gotta fully believe and keep going at it. Because right when you let off the gas is right when you could have made it to the finish line.
Right.
You gotta keep your foot on the gas. Because you never know what's right on the other side. It's like that old meme when a guy hitting on that thing on the wall and the big diamond's right there and he about to hit it one more time and the other dude just turned around and it was right there for him. But dude had like 2 more hits, but he left on his last hit, like, I give up. And it was right there. That's real life.
I know.
I've done it so many times.
I know.
So you can't give up.
Well, I'm not giving up.
Oh, I understand.
You
But
know?
you're talking about going to Thailand and live with the tarantulas and the flying possums.
I could still film. I could shoot with lady boys in Thailand.
Oh, my God. Big Jerry Springer type.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just want to go for a little bit just to be on my like yoga shit. I need to like just read.
Russell Simmons out there. No,
He's in Bali.
He's in Bali, Indonesia.
Yeah.
Go out there, slap him in his bald head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He'll give you a good interview probably. He gonna want something too.
Right.
You gotta think about that.
Yeah. They all want something. Everybody wants something. It's just as long as they give you something in return,
It's okay?
it's okay.
So as long as a guy give you something in return, you will whatever.
No, what do you mean? Not whatever. I'm just saying if it's worth it.
Yeah.
If it's worth it, you gotta, weigh it on the scale.
The pros and cons.
Yeah.
If it's more pros than the cons, then hey.
I was talking to my friend earlier and I said, you know what? At this point in my life, like I'm cool with like a FaceTime like boyfriend.
Just FaceTime.
Just, like not like I don't even need a physical.
Just somebody you can talk to.
Just someone I
can
can talk to. That's all I need. And she said she felt the same way. I don't know if it's like a Sagittarius thing, but I was like, I'm so like, cause she's married, right?
Okay.
And she's like, I'm so miserable. Like a lot of people, my mom is, everyone I know that's married is miserable.
I know you want to put your mom in.
Yeah. So it's like everyone I know is just complains about their significant other. So it's like, why would I put myself in a situation that I see all these women are miserable.
Right.
And that's where I'm headed if I get married, to misery. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm cool if I just had like a friend
Okay.
that I can like talk to on the phone, flirt with here and there, and then that's it. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Not for a man. I'm just saying for me. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I be thinking about that too. Like, of course, it's cool to have a significant other, but it comes with a lot of responsibility,
So
and
much.
you could lose a whole lot. And I'll be
A
like, what's the
whole lot.
upside
I
to
don't
the
know.
to the downside? I think the
don't know.
downside way worse in my eyes. Because if it go wrong, it's boom. If it go good, oh, I'm just happy and chilling with another person. But if it go bad, you lose everything. You hate everybody the rest of your life. You in misery, walking around, hating on the cute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if it go good, oh, I'm just happy. I got somebody with me and I'm happy.
I mean, that is nice. To
Yeah.
have somebody with you is nice.
I
If
get
it's
it.
the right person.
But you gotta pick so diversely.
It's not
and
about pick. It's about the other person being compatible with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then are they okay with being number two?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or are you okay with being their number two?
Right.
So it's like if you're in competition with the person,
That ain't gonna work.
that's not gonna work.
Mm-mm.
You know, like I can't. And I feel like with women, the man has to have more because men hate when women have more. Like, you know,
Yeah, overall for sure.
they just
Overall, it's very
they
difficult.
hate you.
Yeah, it's very
They just
difficult.
want you to die. You know, so you can
I don't
leave
know
them
about the
everything.
dying.
But
I don't know about that now.
I'm saying if you're married, they're like, I wish this bitch die so she could just leave me everything.
That's mostly women do that. They
Men-
poison their
men
man
do
and
it
all
too.
that and take their money. That's the women thing. I done seen them investigation report. I watch them documentaries. There's always women doing that to get the man money. A man to do it because he's just tired of it. Want her out of here tight. A woman trying to get that bag about him.
Right.
Or they had dude on the side, chop him up and all that extra stuff. They always do that. A man, I just want my freedom. Bitch, get on my nerves. I need her out of here. That's it. Just want peace, man. Women just bring a man peace for the most part.
Right.
Know what I'm saying? Not me. I ain't no just peace seeker, but most guys.
But they say men are happier in relationships than women.
Yeah.
So.
If you got the right woman that bring you peace, it's a glorious thing.
Yeah.
They give you that good energy. You got somebody you really could talk to because it's a hard thing for a guy to be vulnerable with anything or anybody. But you got somebody you really could lock in and give them that energy and be free with. Oh, it's a blessing for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's going to change your life, but it's definitely an adder onto your life to be better.
It could change your life if
probably
it's the right person.
The right person, yeah. It all goes down to the choose wisely.
Yeah.
Having discernment. You know what I mean? And that's very vital. Most people don't get past that because they're so superficial, either physically or
but some people,
monetarily.
they start off good, and then you find out all this shit about them like years later. You know what I mean?
Of course, people put up a good, front for sure.
Because I remember this lady told me she met her husband at church,
mm-hmm.
and then he ended up being a crackhead.
Oh yeah, big crack smokers at church.
Yeah, but she didn't know that. You know what I mean? And she married him and everything.
She ain't smell the stink of the crack on the skin.
She was like a church lady.
She didn't know what that smelled like then, I guess, huh? Yeah, you got to do a research on the crack smokery. Yeah. She should have known that. It's a different type of stench. You know what I'm saying? We come from the hood. We know what a crackhead smell like. You hear me?
Yeah.
It's different. But I don't know. The best for everybody. That's how I feel. Whatever works for you, works for you. You know, right. It's really not no guarantees and nothing.
Right.
But just go for what really you feel is the best option for yourself. They're going to make you happy and give you peace.
Right.
People just need to work towards those things. Mm-hmm. Instead of worrying for some money, worrying about the physical. If you work for peace and happiness, that's going to get you the furthest in life, I feel.
Right.
But it's very difficult for people to search for that because they're so caught up in other stuff, especially nowadays. Mm-hmm. We all got, like I said on the last podcast, everybody got the 1% mentality when they're not even close to being that. They want the biggest house, the biggest car, the baddest women, all this money. Come on, man. You're a regular dude, man. You're a regular woman.
Right.
You will never get to that stratosphere. And the facts of the statistics speaks for itself, but they don't look at that. They're looking at Instagram. They're looking at, they one friend out of 1,000 people they know that got this situation.
Right.
You're not like them.
Right.
I want people to live by that. But Elle, so now we're here in Miami. We finna do our series together, tacos. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about that? How you feel that's gonna do? I want your perspective on the energy of that.
I'm excited about it. I like talking to you.
Yeah. We have a good time talking.
It's easy.
Yeah, it's simple.
Yeah.
And we can talk about anything.
Right.
Everybody can't do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
It's going to be smooth, and I'm looking forward to it. So make sure you go to her channel, Tacos and Shawarma. Any last words you want to give them before we get up out of here?
Any last words?
Yeah. About yourself, where you're going, how you feeling. Just give them some more introspective understanding of Elle.
So this is not that deep though, but I was telling him the last time that my first language is not English, right? And people tell me that I come off like cold and like not nice.
Yeah.
But it's maybe because I don't articulate things all the way through because my first language is not English.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind when you're writing your nasty comments on my posts.
Yeah. Because I was in Europe for a little while, and people are very direct. You'll think they rude.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, should I smack this? Did he just say?
Yeah.
But they just come direct to you. So it's like you got to be accustomed to that energy, especially from overseas. Because it happened to me a few times out there. I'm like, I got to smack this dude in the mouth. Like, who we talking to? They don't understand.
Yeah.
So they got to do that. So do comments bother you?
No.
They don't bother you no more?
Because I had real life. Like, I've been through in real life.
Right.
So what the is a comment gonna do? This is not even real.
Right.
I don't know you. You live in Ohio. I'll never be in Ohio.
Yeah.
You'll never see me, you know?
It happens, though. A lot of people just not secure with themselves, so they just want to get some insecurity on you. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, but it's so negative, my comments. Do you notice that?
I don't really notice it, but you tell me sometimes.
What do you mean? You don't see it on your thing? They're attacking me right now on the post for the lady that I said that her kids died.
They took it out of context, though. They thinking you talking about overall, but people going to do that anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people going to take what they want to take from it and make their comments. I get it all the time. I always got it, and it never bothered me. I used to want to go back and have fun, but that's why my page got taken down. Mm-hmm. They can't take it. I want to roast you back. It don't bother me. I have fun. I'm a troll myself. I watch nothing but trolling videos. I like prank call videos. I like all that. I'm with the trollery. You know what I'm saying? It don't bother me for real. Can I get mine back? Though they don't like that. When I go to their page and see that their grandma just died, I'm like, ooh, where that at? I got a piss to take. They get mad. I look at their kid, got a little lump on the head. What happened there? A little down. They get mad at me. Mm-hmm. Well, you come bother me. Can I go bother you?
You can't do it.
Right. They took my whole page down. So that's my only thing with the comments.
That's crazy, but you're building your page up pretty fast.
It worked.
That's crazy.
That's all I know. I'll post at the end of time.
Sick.
Yeah, I was.
Oh my God.
And that same day, I told the story before. That same day, I lost $16,000. The same day, it was 2 emails back to back. I saw. I'm like, right out my account. Whoop. Something I ain't paying. It's really my fault, but man, that's my money though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Instagram and that happened at the same time. I was looking at it like, wow, this is the day.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it blew my mind.
It didn't stop anything though.
It didn't stop nothing. It just made me grind harder. God is great for allowing me to even, have a platform that people want to pay attention to, listen to, and refine it. Mm-hmm. But that's 300. I see people, and I pay attention, and this is all organic followers. So I look at people that supposed to be more famous than me. They ain't got 300-something, 30,000. Even the people with fake followers, they had that and ain't doing this engagement. So I'm like, dang, that's a lot of followers in totality that just gone. But the right ones came back.
Yeah.
I'd rather have the good ones that really support me, that really love me, than just a whole bunch of fluff. You know what I mean? One of my months was the biggest month I ever had. So, like, we're having a new page, then the big page. So I ain't tripping.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
You'll get it back.
Yeah, but it cost me some bread, though, because it was like, I had good partnerships through the Instagram that are going now. And that slowed down some other stuff, too, because if someone want to come on my podcast, I got the Instagram and it's popping. They got to pay, but this ain't looking so stiffy over here. But I ain't tripping, Everything happened for a reason.
Yeah.
Boss is bouncing back. We're going to keep going and growing. And nothing going to stop this train. Straight up. Only God. And he loved me, so come on, look what he made. He ain't gonna make me not go to the top. He want me up there so people can look up like I could be like him. That's me.
Right.
Straight up. I want these people in this world, and when they see me, like, I want my kid to be like him. Straight up. I got people that hate me, and I be asking, like, what is there to hate about me? Like, truly break me down.
Because you're arrogant.
Right, but what
That's
other?
Why.
Yeah, but
That's
what?
It.
But what outside of that? What do I do wrong that you wouldn't want your kid to be? Like, what have I done? What do I do?
You don't use condoms.
Right, but I ain't got no kids. I ain't got no diseases. So, boom.
Right.
I know what I'm doing. I can teach them how to do that. That's a good one, though. I like that, but no. And I don't teach the people to do that. I might tell the truth with it, but hey, what else?
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's all?
I mean, that's the only bad things.
Right. Oh, man, that ain't nothing. Because that's the way you're supposed to do. God didn't make no condom. He told you you're supposed to be having sex only to procreate anyway. Mm-hmm. So you got to think about that. We already messing up, right? Mm-hmm. So you mad because I want you to do a sin the right way? I'm not teaching that. You see where I'm going with it? That's actually wrong if I did, because God don't want you having sex unless you procreate anyway. So I ain't gonna teach you how to do a sin. I'm telling you, if you're gonna do it the right way to procreate. You see where I'm going?
But
And
you said you don't want kids.
yeah, I don't though.
Right.
But I'm just saying.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I'm not doing nothing wrong. That's the way God wants you to do it. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Y'all doing it wrong. If y'all doing condoms, because you shouldn't be doing it anyway. Y'all committing the sin.
You're telling people not to use condoms.
I'm just telling them if you're gonna do it, procreate.
No.
Or don't do it.
Yeah.
Now, because that's lustful. Shouldn't be out here committing lust.
Okay.
That's a deadly sin, you know? What else you think it is? That's it. That's all they can say about it.
That's it.
See what I'm saying? So why y'all shouldn't put organic in the highest of highest and make sure that your kid is smart, he works out, he's healthy, takes care of his mom.
He doesn't do drugs.
Never having his life. Never having his life.
I know, the drinking is a big deal.
Come on now.
I hate guys who drink. It's disgusting.
I ain't out here just doing nothing weird, ain't tricking off my money. My money, I go to my family and friends. They got something for me, not just random people I just met. I don't go to strip clubs. Come on now.
That's not fun.
That ain't fun.
Yeah. I like strip clubs.
Really? I should go to strip clubs?
I don't know.
Yeah, don't gotta look over there. You like strip clubs?
They're fun, but you gotta throw money. You can't go there and not throw money.
I won't throw nothing.
You need to throw something.
I'm throwing something else.
That is like my biggest pet peeve. If I go to a strip club and there's guys just standing there and they're not throwing any money, like, what the fuck are you doing?
I tell them from the rip. I go in the strip club. If my guy's there, they got the money. I don't want no money. I'm gonna sit here. You come over and bother me, baby. You trying to fuck me or what? You like me for real? If not, go on these. They tricking. I'm a cool, real. You talk to me, we planning on leaving here after or something. Other than that, don't waste my time with all the, hey, daddy, let me touch the leg. Oh, you're so fine. I like the cologne smell. Is you sucking and after this or not? Then get the fuck on. Ain't $1 coming to you. That's the type of time I'm on.
Yeah.
Because I keep it real. I don't like to go. I hate to go. I only been a few times in my life and I hate it. Stinking ass is all shaking in my face a little bit. I look a little bit with this eye. But this one, I'll be like, man, why is she here? What should happen to her life? I think too deep. You out here with your asshole shaking up, greased up and all that in front of us. Damn shame. How your mama looking at you right now?
Right. She's
sickening by you. You a disgrace. But unless you want to go home with me, baby, you a good girl. Come on, put that gas on her. I'm here. I say you got to know how to talk to him. You got to see, that's what you tell them. Well, baby, I want you at the strip club. I'm going to be with me. Just for the night that you trick him. You out of here, don't answer your phone no more.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's how you do it. You don't know that game?
No.
Yeah, it's called the guidance game. I'm gonna give you guidance, baby. Let's see, I don't like you here. You're too beautiful to be here. Sit down and talk to me. You know what I'm saying? You want some money, go over there. Nah, I want to talk to you good, baby. Because listen, I see something different in you. I want you to make it in life. I got a plan for you. Gotcha. Kid never talk again. I already fucked. Then they gonna call you like, hey, what happened? All I got is already quit calling my damn phone. That's over with. Jig is up. Is that wrong? Okay, I thought it was. I don't do it no more. I did it a long time.
Right.
This back in the day. You know what I'm saying? When I was on vigilante time. You know what I'm saying? Then you get their little money too. Hey, baby, I got that bag. Get a little bag. Give me some of that money. You know what I'm saying? You send them back in there. You act like you're taking them out, make them feel good, but we got a plan. The plan got to be with your money to get you all the way out. I'm giving too much game, am I? Or that's good?
Too much.
Okay, I'm going to we was on the good down. I just went.
You just went off the deep.
That's something people can't like me about. So I said that, huh?
Yeah.
God damn it.
It's okay. No one's going to like it.
I should have kept it to myself, huh?
It's okay. They know.
They know now, huh?
Yeah. You've revealed your
But I don't do it
true
no more.
Self.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that no more. That was a long time ago.
Long time ago.
But now, because that's when I had to hustle. You know what I'm saying? I don't got to do that no more, man. I'm a married man.
You're married?
Yeah.
Oh, that's new.
Yeah, I'm married.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
This is your second time around?
Second one. The other one, you remember that one?
Yeah.
It didn't work.
How's this one going?
It's going great.
It is?
Yeah, we planning on honeymoon and I heard Elon Musk getting a rocket.
What did you do for Valentine's Day?
Yeah, we did a few things, went to movies and all that, and enjoyed each other's company. That's what it's all about. See, people want big extravagant things. That's not real. Do what you like together, and y'all do it together.
It's not real for who?
For everybody. If you
it's real for some people.
Yeah, some people, but they just doing significant extracurricular stuff, just trying to, put on a show. What do you really like? What do they really like? Put that together. Really enjoy each other's company. That's what it's all about. You know what I mean? Grow within together. All the outside noise is outside noise. We ain't trying to hear that. Noise cancellations. Close the ear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, That's what it is, man. Organically speaking, we got Elle here. I appreciate you talking. Give them all your handles. All the links will be below
Tacos and
this.
shawarma. That's all my handles are the same everywhere. And at this point, I feel like you know where to find me.
Come on now, that's Elle, man. Like I
I'm
said,
not professional like him yet with all the fucking intro, outro. Like you do it so good, you know, but I don't think I'm gonna ever get there.
you got it, but you got your own way of doing it. Like I studied this, man.
You did?
Shout out to Howard Stern.
Maybe I should like start rehearsing in the mirror.
Nah, see, I never did. I mean, I did that when I was younger. I've been talking in the mirror, talking in cameras my whole life. Before that was cool.
But you don't get stuck.
No, because I watch too much of this. Like, I study other people. I study other podcasts. I watch different things most people would never even know I watch just to get that information, a little extra little niche on how to do it. Like, ooh, digging this. Like, even my comebacks, I know what to say to bring you here and bring it back. I studied this for a long time. Right. And like I studied greats from Howard Stern, Rush Limbaugh, Bill O'Reilly, people that talk on a different level that made hundreds of millions. This before the Joe Rogans and Joe. I was listening to them old whites that made the 500 million back then.
Yeah.
I was watching them.
Yeah.
Yeah. The king of all media types. I always want to be the Black Howard Stern. I still want to be. But I'm going to do it the right way.
People hated him.
Come on.
And you know what's crazy? So, okay. Howard Stern's ex-manager, I met him on the plane or something. And I told him about the podcast and he loved it. Yeah. But he said he's just retired now. Yeah. But he tried to hook me up with, I don't know who, he hooked me up with someone down here who like runs YouTube pages. But he said you don't need it because you're is good.
Right.
Just keep going.
Right.
You know?
That's the key.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to run into your blessings, then you're going to bless somebody else. Like, once they catch on what you're doing, they catch what I'm doing, catch what we doing, we're going to bless them more than we're going to bless ourselves. We got to understand that.
Yeah.
They need us more than we need them.
Right.
Because who better than us?
Right.
So whatever they're getting us, they coming up.
They are.
You think LeBron James, when he went to Cleveland Cavaliers, he was blessed for making that NBA team? They was blessed for having him on there.
Right.
Think Steph Curry was blessed to make the Warriors? They was worth $500 million when Curry first got on that team. You know how much the Warriors are worth now? $9 billion.
Oh,
so who was
real?
blessed?
Yeah, they weren't doing that well.
Well, of course. The talent is blessing the other people by far, and you got to know that.
Right.
So we just waiting to bless somebody. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
But it's Mr. Organic. I'm up out of here, man. Make sure you go to organiclifestyle.com. Get that clothing promo code. It's Gargoyle, 25% off. Believe in yourself like you believe in God. Listen up. The world is yours. You hear me? Make sure you own it, seize it, understand it, monetize it, grow it, and enjoy it. Don't go around living somebody else's life when it's your life to live. Take those risks. Don't be afraid of the outcome. You're going to die anyway. I promise you ain't going to make it out alive. But are you living? That's the real question. Are you living day to day or are you living for today? Huh? Ooh-wee. S.R.T.F. From the seed to the root to the tree to the fruit. We're going to keep it organic just like the planet. It's Mr. Organic.